Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of January 2024. Hi Pisces, so we are currently in the sign of Capricorn. The element is earth and you are in your 11th house, which is the house of connections to groups, group efforts, thinking of others, inclusivity, all that kind of thing, teamwork. It's all about everybody else included in your life. So whether it's work, friends, family, it's about the group. The energy is Five of Swords. So there's a bit of conflict, Pisces, going on. 5 different people with 5 different opinions, and they clash and collide. So what a perfect energy to have. So you've got to sort that out, actually, Pisces. Swords, it's swords energy, so it's air. So it's very much about communications, opinions, all that kind of mental energy that can go on, especially in groups, with families especially. Things can go haywire. With work colleagues, things can go haywire. With friends, things can go haywire. So let's get on with it. Where you are right now. 5 of Wands, another 5. So 5 of Wands is basically about more sort of conflict in a different way. This is, Wands is very much an action fire card. So it's about trying to navigate yourself through obstacles here. So you've got to kind of find a way around obstacles that may miraculously appear on your path. It's going to be a bit of a stretch, but it can be done. So you've got to, and it may be, you know, standing in the way of the goal you're trying to desperately achieve, but you just keep getting these roadblocks and this wrong way go back sort of energy going on. But I feel like like everything in this work life, there is a way around it, and you've got to be, Wands are very creative, so you've got to be creative about how you navigate the roadblocks and the obstacles this 4 weeks. Okay, let's see what has influenced that to come in, and in turn will influence the rest of the reading. 10 of Swords. So coming to the end of a difficult period of mental energy. Just remember, swords are all about communication, opinions, you know, all those sorts of things that we can really get living in our head about all sorts of stuff. And by the looks of it, because you're on a 10, you may be just coming to, it's like a big ball of cable all sort of wound up together. So you nearly sorted it all out. You've nearly straightened all the curly bits, whatever, and that is definitely coming to an end. So you've got to keep that as your focus as well, and just sort of say, okay, it's coming to an end, I've got to navigate this as well. It has been difficult, but now I'm coming to the end of it. So the light is shining at the end of that tunnel. Let us see the background. So what was going on in November, December, Sagittarius season. More swords, Page of Swords, gossip. It's a very immature energy. Obviously, as a page, it's younger children. It's also very immature adults. This could be somebody watching you online as well, or just sort of really stalking, as they like to say, just having a sort of a bit of an obsession about what you're up to. Maybe also spreading sort of silly gossip, making up stories that affect you because you hear, you know, Chinese whispers and go, oh, what the hell? But that is still there. So just be aware. Who cares what other people think? It's what you're doing that matters. Coming to an end, finding a way through with the 5 of Swords. Let's now look to recent influences, and we've got Scorpio Death. So the big major card here coming in saying, this is very transformative for you, Pisces. it's sort of actively seeking change and actively making change, changing the way you do things and see things, and not seeing it all in that mental energy of swords, just seeing it as, oh well, I need to kind of turn, get that wheel turning and sort of change the way I do things. Deep dive sort of card too, because it's Scorpio, your cousin sign, and it's all about that transformation. So going from a state that you no longer feel is good for you, and it's actively making that change to change the whole scenario, so you don't come back and keep constantly repeating that cycle over and over again, because that's when the death card will come up. So it's the death of one way of being and the birth of another, if you look at it practically and positively, rather than you're not going to die. Everyone freaks out, and it's ridiculous, because it's just the end of a certain, it's like winter is the end of a long dreary period, and then we get spring. So it's like changing from one state into another. So excellent, keep going with that, Pisces. Do not be afraid of it, embrace it. The lesson you'll be learning this 4 weeks, the moon. And funnily enough, today, with the 28th of December, last night, or in the southern hemisphere where we are, it was the Cancer full moon. So the moon is definitely hiding something. Something has been obscured from your view. It has been cloudy out there. Those full moon, it's not that amazing night where you can see the moon very brightly. It's sort of occluded by cloud, whatever. So this is sort of saying you will get the clarity sooner or later, but you've got to learn to do. It's like another cycle. So maybe we wait till the next full moon, probably at the end of January, beginning of Feb. I'm not sure what the dates are, for things to be revealed. What has been hidden will be revealed. But it's also mental energy as well. It can indicate sort of living in your head too much, sort of manufacturing all these stories and whatever, and just and living it. So it's just like it's a perpetual state of darkness, really, or it's not clear. So another big card. So you've got 2 massive cards already, Pisces. So it's all about sort of waiting it out and knowing that cycles have their time span. They come and they go. There's winter, then there's spring, then there's summer, autumn, etc. So we're waiting here. We're not going to get clarity just yet, but it is coming. So just be really, it's vital to sort of really go with that transformation and lock your head off. Like, stop the noise up there about all this sort of stuff that really is just imagined, and then we believe it. Okay, near future. 10 of Cups, so ultimate happiness within yourself comes first, and then you can have, with the 10 of Cups, this sort of ultimate emotional happiness can come, where you feel, okay, I feel really great about myself. I'm glad I'm through that period, and now I can sort of, I feel good about myself, so now I can sort of feel good about all the other people and shut off, using your intuition over your mind, literally, Pisces. And you are intuitive people, so you've got to really train that aspect. It's not good for you guys to be living in your head. It's really very detrimental, very. Really good card coming in here, so near future. So we're looking at first sort of week of January coming in. Looks really good for the clearing of stuff, going back to your intuitive self, and that's who you are. Let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, very much solid, down to earth, taking things slowly, being very sort of pragmatic about things, only taking on what you can manage, not overreaching in any sphere of your life. He's also a very male energy, so it may be a mentor that you have that you can go to, maybe even your dad, if your dad's still here, or some male that really you value their opinion, because there's not too much talk. It's just like, well, I do this and then I do that, and then you'll see yourself right. So really use that resource, but just be really grounded in this Capricornian energy, very earthed. And if he indeed is one of your people, go to him for advice, because men are really brilliant at giving practical advice. No rubbish, no frills. It just is what it is, and we love them for it. How others see you. You have the Magician. So there you go. Other people think, oh, wow, look at that Pisces person. They're amazing. They've always got lots of things going on. There's something new coming in for them. This 2024, you're going there. There's lots of potential with it, but there's also lots of risk, Pisces. And never forget, those two go together. You've got all the tools, use them. But don't be thinking or be lured into that false sense of security that it's going to be a fairy tale Disneyland sort of effort. It isn't. There's ups and downs, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But great energy. This is the spirit messenger's this, and he's just saying go for it, but be well aware that the journey is 50% of potential and 50 of risk. Positive feelings, and we have the Empress. So if they're another biggest strong male energy, so you've got 4 big cards already, Pisces, so pretty good. So this Emperor, now he can be a very controlling type of energy as well. He also has got to the top of his tree, but then on the other side, unlike the King of Pentacles, who's fair, he's learnt to be fair, the Emperor can be ruthless. So if this person is in your life and you feel like you're being controlled by this sort of person that's almost like bullying in a way or controlling, you've just got to go, okay, no, look, I'm not having that. The energy's there. I respect whatever, but I'm not going to let that sort of, you know, change my path. And also, if you are achieving or on your way to achieving a good goal, you've just got to keep at it. Persistence is everything, as you well know. But yeah, just be careful with the Emperor as well, especially positively. You know this is there. So if this is a person in your life, often it will male energy. It can come from females as well, don't be mistaken. You've got to sort of navigate that and go, no, look, I won't be controlled. I know where I'm going. I don't need the advice. I know it intuitively where I've got to go, and I don't need to be told. Okay, remember that one. Okay, the outcome. And we get the 8 of Pentacles, so really landing on a fabulous card towards I'd say the 3rd week of January. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Doing well, planning for next year. What do you want to do? You've got new projects on. You'll succeed with anything you do, because you know Pisces are very good workers, and they use intuition and practical skills to get them where they want to go. So if you want to change from one career to another, if that's on your pipeline this year, go for it. Do it. It's possible. But just remember, personal growth wise, you've got to sort of navigate these 3 massive signpost cards here and just do it your way, and use your intuition, please. Stop, you know, getting into your head, Pisces, because it's not good for you. So I'm going to put a clarifier on the Emperor, because it's a very powerful card, a very powerful energy, but we need to be able to realise what really is beneath that. What is the advice to clarify the Emperor for Pisces, January 2024? And we have the King upside down. Interesting. So the King upside down. So I'm going to read the positive up, but then he's upside down. So whatever this male, once again, male energy is, you've got to realise it's kind of upside down, so it's on the negative. Man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to law and justice. The King appears to represent the powers of justice, authority, the law, and male sexual energy. When the King appears on your path, it's time to put your house in order, complete any unresolved legal issues, and deal with issues related to fairness. The King always lets you know that something significant is yours to experience and learn from. The king requires you to take inventory of anything left undone and do it. Pay bills, settle arguments, make amends, and act with an authority. As well as these actions, abolish weakness and restore power. You are also reminded that the king is regarded in highest esteem, and within his natural authority, he acts with intelligence and strategy. Think and analyse, and the king will bestow great gifts on you. There is another meaning when the king appears on your path. If you're inquiring about a man or relationship to him, the king stands to represent him, which will bode well or not so well, depending on which other cards flank him. Pay attention, for this king reminds you to take affirmative action in your life. Now just remember, he's upside down, so think on with that, Pisces. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great new year, and we'll talk soon.